Salutations and hello again. I hope you're doing well. I have news for you and myself, I guess. So you remember how I made this video about, the new project coming up and developing an idea that kind of almost went into the trash at first? Well, I continued developing it and it got approved. So now my project is one of the 8 projects that the school is going to realize. Yay! So right now, we are already working on the pre-production and I am just super excited to finally, get to work on my own idea and experiment around and have a whole crew behind me that is going to work after what I want, basically. It is so great and it's a lot of work already now, but it is probably, hopefully, going to be worth it. So today and in the next few weeks, we're going to prepare the shoot and everything around it. And I thought, why not make a little, documentary behind the scenes kind of thing out of it and share it with you guys. Show some behind the scenes and the pre-production process, because why not? It's probably gonna be fun. So let's get into it, I would say. So first of all, we have to put together our crew and equipment, of course. I already know my co-director, my DOP, and my editor. You might meet them in the course of this whole project, but I don't know how much they're actually willing to be on YouTube, so if not, that's probably the reason why. Either way, we are still looking for a sound guy, a set designer, prop designer, that's kind of all in the same mix for us, and a producer. But I'm hoping that we'll find them soon enough, of course. That would be helpful to work with someone, actually. So for now, let me show you the kind of mood that I'm going for with the film. It's gonna be a little bit darker and eerie, and you don't really see everything in the frame because it's a little mystery and stuff. But maybe I should also just explain the story a little bit to you, because from these pictures you probably have no idea what the hell is going on. Yeah, but we already developed the story a little further than what I just handed in. So it's already a finished script now. We developed that last week. Yeah, so here's what the final film will be about. So a young, slightly isolated, nerdy guy, let's call him Joshua, gets home from his boring job, which is actually archiving. Seriously, actually, when I came up with his storyline of being isolated and having a super boring job that just sucks, I literally thought, what could be the worst possible job you can have? And voila, that's how I came up with archiving, I guess. Sorry to all the archivers out there, but it's just too much paperwork. However, Joshua likes paperwork because he's also really into riddling, like crossword riddles and all that kind of stuff. So it's basically the perfect job for him, but it does isolate him from people a lot and he doesn't really get out much. Anyway, he gets home and he finds a mysterious crossword riddle at his doorstep. Being the curious riddler that he is, he decides to take it inside and solve it, just take a look at it. Maybe it's something interesting. He's already solved all the others anyway, so there's nothing to lose for him. However, he soon realizes that the riddle and the solutions to the riddle always seem to know what is going on inside his house. It actually gets to the point where he begins to feel like he's being watched somehow, like someone's maybe even inside his house, and what is usually supposed to be a really relaxing and calming nightly riddle routine turns into something way darker for him this time around. But that's where we're going to stop with this right now, because I don't want to spoil too much, since I still have hopes that I might be able to upload this to YouTube in the end, and then you can see it for yourself. So yeah, let's not ruin the fun, shall we? So in order for this story to, work out the way it should, we will need to find and make some pretty cool props, I think. But this is definitely for a later stage. So for now, let's come to the equipment, like I said. So we already know that we'll be shooting this on Blackmagic. Since we own 2 of them, I own one and my co-director also owns one, so perfect match. And additionally to our own camera equipment, we will be renting some lights and sound equipment from our school, and maybe potentially also from another place, depending on if the school has the stuff that we need. But that's still not fully planned out yet. I mean, I could show you the entire boring equipment list that we came up with, but that would be, well, boring. So let's just skip that part and, you know, say we need some rather cool light. A little cold, dark-ish, a little mysterious, as if it was nighttime and you didn't really know what was going on. And, you know, leave it at that for now. You will probably see the equipment and also the actual finished lighting result in another video where we actually go for the shoot. So our next objective is going to be finding the location and the actor, and I guess I'll be back with that as soon as we have figured that out.
A little later.
And then we have figured out the location. This one was actually rather easy because we have a student at our school who offered his apartment for us for the shooting time. So that was actually quite easy to organize. We already visited the flat and, you know, just took a look around and made a little animatic of the shots that we wanted to make, just so we could, you know, visualize what the plan was and everything like that.
I got scared.
I think that this is going to help us a lot with developing the storyboard and the shot list, because we now literally know where everything needs to be in order to shoot, and we basically already have a tiny little version of the film that is, of course, far from perfect, but it's definitely going to help us. The location is actually really perfect for what I had in mind with the film. It's like built up a little bit like a maze with, you know, having to go around the corner and into a hallway and all that kind of stuff. And all the rooms that we will be shooting in are a little bit divided and, you know, closed off from each other, so you have to travel down the corridor in order to get to it, which of course can increase suspension a lot. And especially with this, our sloppy little pre-version of the film really helped a lot figuring out where our character is going to move and, you know, when it can help to be a little slower with the shooting, when it could help to pace it up a little bit, and just getting to know the place that we want to shoot in. It really helped a ton. We now know how to create all this suspense and uncertainty that we were going for, and now if you add in lighting and, you know, a professional actor, I think this is going to be really great. And just like that, things happened and we have already settled on an actor. We did a few castings with some actors that were interested in getting the job, and let me tell you, we had some trouble deciding for the right one. Especially two of them were basically perfect for the role, and it was so hard to say no to one of them because we liked them both a lot. But I am very confident that we chose the right one now. I think we have found a great pick for Joshua, and I personally cannot wait to see him bring this character to life. Next up, we need to decide on our set design. And this one is especially important, of course, because we are talking about a cursed crossword puzzle here. So this prop is going to be really important, and we need to make it look authentic as well as kind of frightening. And of course, it also needs to contain all the story elements that we need it to in order to bring the story forward. So the plan is that we will be using a small A5 magazine basically for the riddle, and for our close-ups where you can see our character write something into the riddle, we have a second version which is going to be A4, so it is a little bigger, so it's a bit easier to shoot the close-ups with our camera, of course. We have also already planned the costume that our character is going to be wearing, got a few options of what the outfit could look like, the style that our little nerdy character might be wearing, and now all that is left to do is to go out and rent it at a prop store. And last but not least, we will also have a scene where our character sees himself in pictures with some friends, which would be a bit difficult with all the rights that would have to be cleared if we wanted to put our actor in pictures with his own friends, for example. So we made it easy for us and just photoshopped around a little bit and put all our crew into pictures with him to make it look like they are his friends and he's been out with them for a couple of times. I have to admit that they don't look too realistic, but then again, they won't be shown on screen like that, but they will be in a picture frame further in the background and, you know, smaller on the screen, so we are hoping that we can actually get away with it. Anyways, now that we are basically done with all our planning and pre-production and that kind of stuff, our shooting date has actually moved significantly closer. To be precise, it is in less than a week. I am really looking forward to this, and I really hope that I will be able to share a few behind the scenes pictures and videos with you guys if I don't forget to take them, you know, in the moment and everything, because I'm really excited and I don't know how much I will actually be thinking about, you know, making behind the scenes videos afterwards while I'm in the moment. So let's just hope I can get the best out of it. And yeah, see you on the other side, I think. Stay creative until then. Bye.